Hello guys, welcome back again to the channel. Today we are going to make a basic sleeve that will size very well on our 6 pieces gown. So basically I will show you how to cut a perfect basic sleeve, and after that I will show you how to sew the 6 pieces gown as well. So please relax and enjoy the video. Okay, before we continue, thank you so much for your wonderful support. I really appreciate every one of you. May God bless you. And if you are new to the channel, you are welcome. I'm Chisom Ene. Here I teach about hair growth and fashion tutorials. So please subscribe to join the family and turn your notification bell on so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. So with that being said, let's get started. So to cut the basic sleeve, I have only 3 measurements. The round armhole, which is 18, the round armhole 18, the round sleeve 16, and the sleeve length. The sleeve length I'm working with is 11 inches. It's actually going to be a short sleeve. I'll be making use of 18 inches because it's bigger. It's bigger than the round sleeve. That is here. It's bigger than here, which is the bisect of the arm. So I'll be making use of 18 inches to put this paper on fold. I'll be making use of this paper with marker, so I'll be able to see it very well, and after which I'll just place it on the material to cut it out. So we have I'm going to fold this paper into 2 like this. So the first thing I'll mark here will be the starting point. I'm going to mark ½ inch here as my starting point. ½ inch. This will be my starting point, and I will draw a horizontal line across the points. Making a basic sleeve is very simple. There's nothing complicated here. Just pay attention, you understand. If you're finding it difficult to make a basic sleeve, after watching this video you should be able to make one for yourself. So this is my starting point. I'm going to take the length of the sleeve. The length of the sleeve I'm working with is 11 inches. So our sleeve length 11 inches. So I'll mark 11 inches here. And then the next thing I'll mark is 2 inches for hemming along, for folding the sleeve. So I have 2 inches here. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line across the points. So my measurement is going to start from this closed side, not the open side. On this line, which is automatically my armhole line, I'm going to impute my armhole measurement here on this line. So my armhole measurement is 18 divided by 2 will give me 9 inches. So I'll come here and mark 9 inches. Okay, this is 9 inches, which is the armhole divided by 2, 9. I'll be adding 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. So this is 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. This line, this point is from here to here, which is the armhole divided by 2, which is 9 inches. And I have here 1.5 inches sewing allowance. Okay, let me take it here as well to get a straight line. I have 9 inches here. So I'll connect so that we'll be able to have a straight line. Okay. And this is my allowance. I'll draw the line as well. So here I'm going to come down from this point. I'm going to measure 4 inches down to draw my armhole curve. So I'll come down by 4 inches here. 4 inches is standard for me, but if you are not comfortable with that, you can make use of this formula. Bust divide by 12. Whatever you have, you are going to add extra, that is plus. You add extra 0.5. So for instance, your bust circumference is 40 divided by 12. Whatever you have, just add it 0.5 for you to get from here to here. So this is also known as cap sleeve. Okay, so but for me, I make use of 4 inches for my sleeve. It's a standard for me. So I'll come down here by 4. This is for us to get the curve, because you cannot fix the sleeve straight like this. So we're supposed to get a curve here along this line to blend with the armhole curve on the clothes. So for us to get the armhole curve, I come down by 4 inches. Then it is simple. If you can, just from these 4 inches, you can make a curve to this point, just like an S-shaped curve. Okay, if you don't want to go through the stress of, doing some arithmetics, just from these 4 inches, you can just make a curve like an S shape down to this point. But if you can't, if you find it difficult to make that curve, I'm going to, show you a guide. Okay, something that will guide you to achieve your curve, your armhole curve, very perfectly. So for us to get the armhole curve, if you cannot draw it, for us to get it now, I'll simply come here. At this point, I'll measure 1 inch, because I will not want this place to be pointed. So I'll come here and measure 1 inch. From this 1 inch, I'm going to make a straight line from this 1 inch to these 4 inches here, like this. This is just to guide us get the curve that we need and nothing more. You can draw the curve, you are good to go. So, having gotten the straight line, the next thing I'll do is to measure the straight line. So, I have here 9 inches. My straight line here is 9 inches. So, I'm going to take the midpoint of this 9 inches. That is 9 divided by 2, which will give me 4.5. So, this is the midpoint here, 4.5. So, the next thing we are going to do is to measure from this place to this place, which is 4.5, from here to here, which is 4.5, I'll take the midpoint again. 4.5 divided by 2 will give me 2.25, which is here. So the midpoint from here to here, which is here. At this midpoint, I'm going to measure half inch, that is 0.5, and mark. So this is my 0.5. So for us to make the curve, I'm going to connect from here to this 0.5 and then to this midpoint here with a curve. So you can do that with your free hand, or if you have a curve ruler, you make use of the curve ruler. So I'm going to do that with my free hand for the sake of those that don't have ruler. So this is how you go about it. Connect like this and here. So we have the curve from here to here. So the next thing to do is to also determine the midpoint from here to here again, which is 4.5, and then the midpoint is 2.25. That is 4.5 divided by 2. So this is the midpoint from here to here. And at this side, towards this side I'll measure 0.25 and mark 0.25 and mark. So this is 0.25. So from here I'm going to connect to this place with a curve and connect from here to this place with a curve too. So I'll make use of my free hand. Feel free to make use of your curved ruler if you have one. So this is what I have. So now we have gotten our armhole curve, just like an S shape. Okay, I'm trying to blend it very well so that it will be more clear and visible. So this is what I have. So this one is going to be basically for our back sleeve. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to come from this center here. This is the midpoint. I hope you remember. I'm going to measure half an inch downwards and mark. I'm just going to leave this point here. Later, I'm going to come back to that. So the next thing I'll do is to take my round sleeve. The round sleeve I'm working with is 16 inches. 16 divided by 2 will give me 8. So I'm going to, this is my 8 inches and I'll mark. So here I have my 8 inches. If you are making a 3/4 sleeve, you will still add the measurement, the round sleeve measurement at this point. You still add it at that 3/4 side. So this is my 8 inches. So the next thing I'll do is to connect from this place to this 8 inches, which is my round sleeve. Connect like so. So this is my round sleeve. So remember we have 1.5 inches allowance. So I'll come here and I'll add my sewing allowance, which is 1.5 inches here, and mark. This is 1.5 inches sewing allowance. And here we have 1.5 inches sewing allowance as well. So I'm going to connect. I'll extend this line, the sewing allowance, and connect to the round sleeve like so. So this is what we have. So the next thing I'll do now is to cut. Before I cut, I'm going to fold this paper like this and cut, so that we'll not run short of clothes. We'll not run short of the material when we are folding it. So I'll cut like this and cut like this. Sorry guys for the noise. There's a school close to me, so pardon me for the noise. So this is our sleeve. I'm going to cut this one off. So yeah, this is what we have. Okay, so remember this line. This is from here, from the center, we came down by 0.5. So from this 0.5, I'm going to connect to this point and then connect from here again to this 1 inch here with a curve. And I'll trim this side off. So after trimming it off, this side that I trim off will be the front sleeve. This is where we are going to add on the front part of the clothes here. We are going to join this side on the front part of the clothes here and join this side at the back. This this the 0.5 inch that I trim off is just for us to, you know, remove the bulge that normally comes when you fix a sleeve at the front side. You don't want that bulge there, so that's why we trim off this, so that after fixing the sleeve it's going to look perfectly okay. So this is what we have as my sleeve. So this is the back sleeve and this is the front sleeve. So I'm going to place it on the material and cut exactly this two for the two sleeve, and then we're going to, I'll show you how to sew it and how to sew the 6 pieces gown as well. So guys, I'll be making use of lining to turn the sleeve. If you want to make use of lining to turn your own sleeve, and you have 2 inches for hemming allowance, your lining should be shorter by 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches, so that after sewing it will correspond. Okay, but if you're not making use of any lining, just fold like this and fold again and sew, fold and sew, fold and sew like this. So I'll go over to the machine and sew the sleeve with the lining. I'm going to draw it like this and sew. I'll draw it like this and sew. After sewing, I'll drag it to be equal with the sleeve. So let me sew it and I'll get back to you. So after sewing it, this is what I have. So here we have the 11 inches, which is the sleeve length. I hope you understand. So the next thing we are going to do is to fold like this. I'll take the round sleeve. The round sleeve I am working with is 16 inches. That's 16 divided by 2 give us 8. So this is where I'll mark my 8 inches. This is 8 inches. And then this is, we have 1.5 inches here for sewing allowance. So we're going to connect like this. So I'll go to the machine and stitch like this. Okay, so I'll do that on the two of them, the 2 sleeves. So after stitching like this, then we'll sew the gown and then fix the sleeve on it. So let me go and do that and get back to you. So I'm done stitching the sleeve. So for us to fix it, I'm going to trim this side like this, and then trim this side like this. So I'm done with the sleeve. I'm going to set it aside while we sew the gown, and then we'll fix it on it. So this is the 6 pieces gown. I've cut all the lining and I went ahead and put my fusible interfacing. So what I have is paper gum on the lining. So this is how I fix it, only at the bust area. If you have enough paper gum, you can put on all of them if you want. So this is the breast pad. I'm making use of the soft pad. This is how I put it. So I fix it with a pressing iron. I fix it to the material with pressing iron. So this is the center front of the 6 pieces gown. You know the gown is going to have a zip at the front side. So because of that, this is how I place the soft pad. So I place it like this and I left the zip allowance. So this is it. And then this is the lining. So we are going to start with the sewing now. We are going to start with the front side. I'll be sewing the bustier first. After sewing the front, we'll go back to the back side. So to join this one, I'm going to measure from here. I'll take my underbust. My underbust measurement is 16 inches. And I added ½ inch for shoulder allowance, making it 16.5. So I'm going to measure 16.5 here and mark. So to join these two, I'll place this side, which is my underbust, this side. I'll place it at that point, which is 16.5. I'll place it here. And from this point, I'm going to sew towards the downside, and then I'm going to join like this. From there, I'm going to join the bustier to meet this point. I hope you understand. So let me go over to the machine, and I'm going to sew from here up and then down, if that makes sense. Get back to you. I'm done with the joining. This is the back side. So to sew the back side, I'm going to place it like so. I'll place it like this. I'm going to sew like this, the neckline. Then so this is the down part. As you can see, the lining is shorter than the material. So I'm going to use the lining to turn the material. This is for the back side. And this is the front side. And then so the zip is at the front. I will sew this side first, then sew the neckline and close the zip side down. Then I'll turn to the right side. If you have not watched the video on how to cut this 6 pieces gown, please check the video out so that you will understand what we are doing here, okay? So I'm going to go over to the machine and sew and get back to you. After joining the front and back, this is what we have. So guys, the next thing we are going to do is to fix the sleeve. This side of the sleeve will be at the front side here, while this side will be at the back side. So we're going to fix like this. Okay, so I'm going to fix like this. I'm going to fix it like this. So let me go and fix it and I'll get back to you. So guys, we are done with the sewing, and as you can see, we have a beautiful gown here. So this is our 6 pieces gown without half cut or half length, no joining. So this is the sleeve. I'm done fixing the sleeve, and it's perfectly fit on the armhole, as you can see. So please try it out and let me know your results in the comment section. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. I will attend to it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share to others. You may be helping someone. All right, till next time. For now, it is bye bye.